actually live, though. That's the funny part. There you go. Hey.
Hey.
Does that ruin your
I know.
show?
No. Yeah, I know. People can see the notification that we're going live.
Yes.
I get it. Anyway, welcome back to One Side of the Coin. I'm your host, Steveo the Gamer. Hopefully, you were able to check out just a little while ago. Mac Tech did her very first interview this evening with one of the top 4 players, Colin Pierce. So with me tonight on the show, I have the legend himself. Like, well, I call you legend, right? I mean, you're the only guy that was able to get into the top 8, kicked out of the top 8,
really fast
into the sealed, into the sealed, and then win the sealed event at last year's championship.
It's true. Yeah. That is pretty legendary, I would say.
That's. I mean, yeah. Your name gets announced twice, right? As the top 8, and then first place sealed event. Like, I mean, that's extraordinary, right? Like, I mean, although there's
probably not this year though.
Yeah, I don't think so. I think there was a lot of uproar about that happening, et cetera, et cetera. I know I voiced my opinion about it a little bit. It's what? Because I was still playing, literally still playing against Ruben I think at the time. And I look up, and then you're like over there cracking packs, right? Starting to go. I'm like, what the hell's going on? It was crazy. It was crazy. It was awesome. But
Sid's a real mean person. Sid Williams.
Sid Williams is a mean person?
Sid Williams is a mean person.
Why is Sid Williams mean?
He kicked me out.
He kicked you out?
Yeah. I had my chance.
Had your chance?
Yeah.
Well, we all had our chance. I got kicked out by Ruben.
Yeah, that was
right?
easy.
I wasn't expecting that to happen either,
No,
right? So, I mean, but Ruben ended up going all the way to second place, which was really awesome. So
yeah, both of them. Both of them are jerks.
Jerks. Jerks. Well, look at that. We got some porn bots happening already. That's awesome. Book Will. Ian's saying book Will. I don't know. Book Will for what? What are we booking you for?
I don't know. Maybe private dating chat. I don't know.
It could be, yeah. Boo.
Oh, boo.
I mean, oh, okay.
I thought he was calling you smart. That might have been the nicest thing he ever said.
It's calling you a bookworm. Anyway, so you and I go back a long time when it comes to Genesis, right? Yeah. Too long. Too long. This guy's too long. Yeah.
It's been a while.
It has.
Been doing this for a long time.
So you and I, I started playing Genesis before you, but it wasn't very long though afterwards that you and I were introduced to each other.
Yeah, Sid's like, hey, you have to go check out the store. It's pretty near you. Like, you live down in Brantford. It's like, nope, I don't live in Brantford, but close enough.
Close enough, yeah. Yeah, I remember you walking in and you were asking about Genesis right off the bat. And,
I was like, hey, is there any Genesis right out here? He's like, what?
Yeah, right. Somebody says Genesis. I'm like, what? Where? What? Huh? Let's go. Right? It's like, right away. So yeah, and then it's all history from there, right? I mean, it's like endless amounts of days of just chatting.
Yeah,
literally just talking about Genesis, let alone playing, right? I mean,
lots of playing.
Still iconic memory for me with you is the
flip the table.
Almost flipping the table. I remember because of the decoy rabbit, right? So it was like, you were still learning kind of thing back then, but
that was the Chrono Walker. That was when it was
decoy rabbit.
I think you decoyed. You used decoy. That's when I started hating decoy. Realizing just how powerful decoy is, which is frustrating, but.
It is. Well, it's a thing, right? In the
it's
game.
A thing.
I mean,
you got to be prepared for it.
The rabbit isn't as popular, say, as Chrono Walker, but I mean, it's still a thing, right? Mm-hmm. So it can be used, right? So
for sure.
And not realizing that, your cog was no longer effective, right? Because of a decoy rabbit.
Because of the decoy.
You're like, you got so mad about it. It was like, but yeah. I mean,
I was playing the counterspell. I was like, at that point, all I knew is that the person who plays the counterspell always gets to counter the spell,
right?
But not in Genesis, right? You can decoy. There's a counter to the counter spell.
There is,
yeah.
Basically,
That was the heat of the moment.
But we need to see more decoy for the other affiliations, right? So I mean, basically,
more decoy.
It's mostly Axon Thymos, right?
And I've said it for a while. We could probably use something that interacts against decoy, stopping that decoy. We don't really have something that can shut down. Yes, you can kill the thing if they place it wrong. Snare can affect some of the movements,
which I know
the decoy still switches the target.
Yeah. So, but
we'll see.
We'll see what happens, right? I mean, the game's come so far, right? And who knows what the future is going to hold. Upcoming championship. Let's get into talking about this, right? First off, crazy. You're saying crazy. What do you mean? You gotta explain to our viewers. What do you mean by crazy?
I'm just in my head. Like I'm just like getting myself all out of sorts, just trying to figure out what I want to do, and it's a lot of players. So we've seen a lot of content this year.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot of stuff coming, and I was talking to Alex the other night. It's like this is probably the closest we've had to balance.
Where are you coming from, Ben? You said he's coming from up north.
Yeah,
Ben. Yeah,
way up north.
Way up north. From north of
He's already got no way up north.
Way up north.
He's like I think he's 12 hours. Is he 12 hours away from here?
Is he? I don't know.
Timmins.
Oh, that's not 12 hours. Is it?
10?
I think so.
I don't know. He's already got like 3 feet of snow.
3 feet of snow. This would be like going on vacation for him, right? It's
9 hours. All right.
9 hours. Well, that's not that bad. I mean, it's okay. I can't wait to meet you as well, right? He's flying down, so from Timmins.
Yeah, flying from Timmins into the border.
Nice. So yeah.
Crazy
so I
in the
head.
In the head, I'm just trying to figure out, is there a best deck, right? Is there a deck I should be playing for this tournament? And I haven't come up with anything. So maybe we're looking at a balanced meta where we have enough variance in the champions with enough summons, enough spells, enough this, that each person or each deck has a chance. It's anyone's game.
Yeah. Well, it can be. I mean, I look back, with you stating that, I look back at, say, the very first championship when I won it, right? In the deck that Alex played versus me for the top 2. And, like, I won that. But then later on down the road, and not too many people know, it's like I actually met up with Alex. And we battled those two exact same decks, not changed or whatnot, and he beat me. So, I mean, it's... Yeah, you never know, right?
Yeah, and in that time there was this powerhouse with the Rain OTK that everyone sort of, or a subsection bought into, and you were able to sort of counter that. So, but you're countering one deck right at that point, really, versus, and then maybe some Nubia Angels or something like that, right?
Yeah, but when I was building that timeline for Raha, I wasn't specifically thinking of just the OTK, right? No, it was just like
it was in the back of your mind.
Like I knew it was a threat. It was a threat, right? But I wanted to build something that was a little bit more aggressive, but defensively as well, kind of balance it out in that sense. However, I mean, now that deck would fail miserably, right? Like, there's just no way it would survive in the present meta. I think maybe it could be a stroke of luck that it had gone through that far, and
I think there
did take care of it. There is a lot of
luck in championship, right? Like you have to have luck in the draws, luck in the matches, luck in the positions that you're in, right? So there's a lot of luck. Luck is something I don't have.
Well, me neither.
I don't experience it very often.
6 cases and not one whole foil pack,
right?
That's the extent of my luck, right? So I mean, so having all this stress. You state that you're going kind of crazy in the head, and I know where you're coming from with this. Do you think it's going to affect your game?
Probably.
Going into it.
Probably. It's going to affect me up until we get started, and then I'll already have had my decision. So once the decision.
But once it started, it started. There's no going back after that.
But once the decision is made.
Yeah.
And after that first matchup, if I feel like I made the right decision, then we'll get focused. Right. If I lose that first matchup, I'm gonna be a spaz.
You're gonna be spaz.
I'm gonna be spazzing out.
You're gonna be spazzing out, going crazy.
It's just making the decision. Like I have like 12 decks over there. Any one of them I could play. Yeah. Any one of them I could just sit down and be, okay, this is what we're gonna do. Let's see what happens. There are some that I want to play. There are some that I feel I should play. Right? It's the different. There's just the different voices trying to decipher which is my best option. But I still have a bit of time. Not much. Not much time left.
Not much. Yeah. Well, Not including today. We got a day and a wake up, and then we're playing.
Have you built your deck?
No, I have not. I still have not built the deck. I was this close the other day, and I tested it.
Yeah.
A little bit, but I tested 2 different builds for this deck.
Right.
That I was considering to play, and then one of the decks was more or less the components that I was going to put into the forethoughts. I wanted to see how it would work offset, right?
Yep.
So it was like, but it's like there was just something about it that wasn't sitting easy with me to be that confident it was going to go all the way, right? Yeah. So it was like, well, now I'm back to the drawing board. Am I going to go with a new champion, which probably I will, off of to what I had chosen that for those 2 timelines, but I don't know.
Yeah.
So what are you most excited about for the championship?
I'm most excited just to meet everyone that we've been talking to online and on Discord.
A lot more people than what we had from last year. Yeah.
Hoping to, just either get some fun games in or try to get some time where we can just play or talk about Genesis, meeting new people, and hopefully, just enjoying all the really cool aspects about it.
Yeah.
About the championship. Yeah.
Anything you're not looking forward to?
I don't know. I think everything. I think right now I'm pretty excited for most things. I would have liked to have been able to participate in some of the events.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I mean, I might still be able to, depending on how I do.
Yeah, right. After the first day. Well, I know they have a considerable amount of side events according to the schedule for the Saturday, right?
Yeah.
Which was kind of confusing to me, and it's like, well, everybody's playing the Swiss. Who's going to be able to play in those side events, right? Somebody brought it to my attention. It's like, well, players could drop, right? And it's like
drop out.
You could
some
drop
players
out,
might be coming. I know a bunch of people are coming.
Visitors as well too, right? Which
some people
totally
are coming.
Makes sense.
They haven't qualified or anything. They don't care about that part. They just want to come and be
and participate in Genesis, part of Genesis, which is really, really awesome.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it kind of persuade my thoughts on that. But I mean, not going into to day 2, like not making the top 16, and then you have that whole entire day of playing nothing but side events and just enjoying the rest of the tournament, that kind of thing. So,
yeah, it's an option.
Damian,
he's coming.
He's already here.
Yeah,
Well, he's not here.
Yeah,
so, sorry,
arrived.
right?
They arrived.
He has arrived. Yeah. So that was super exciting news. Damian has arrived. He's in Canada. Going to be at the championship. Super excited alongside Camilla, which we've had her on the show as well too, right? Yeah. So 2 of the main artists, and Jeff as well, right? Outer Edge. So super excited about that. I don't know.
Yeah, I think it's really cool to see those guys and talk to the people, right? And have all that option to talk about Genesis, see their perspective on things. We have the auction starting tomorrow.
The auction, it's gonna be crazy.
And see how.
Are you going for anything in the auction?
I have my limits, obviously. I have set limits, so I will probably go for the alpha box until it hits my limit, and then we'll see about maybe some of the alpha packs. Other than that, I don't think there's anything else specifically. I'm hoping to be able to get the other circuit promos from the Aura wall or whatever, the prize wall.
Yeah.
See if I can achieve those, but
who knows? There's a lot of stuff available, right? So, you gonna cosplay?
No.
Well, why not? Come on.
I cosplay as myself. I'm Will Kemp. Here we go.
Yeah, that doesn't count though.
I don't even dress up for Halloween. Like I'm not actually a big dress up person.
No. What do you think of that whole idea though, right?
Of cosplaying?
Of the cosplaying for the championship?
Sure. I mean, I think there's very artistic and creative people who can do it very well. As someone who does create and design things, like on a physical, like building walls or building houses or changing how things work.
Yeah.
Back in my days, I understand the creative process and being able to build something, see something come to
life.
And something at that level, like of costuming, is outside of I would be like, it's not good enough. Yeah.
Too picky.
I do have a bit of perfectionist tendencies, so I need to. That's something.
Not on your timeline building, though, right?
hey. The imperfections are perfect.
The imperfections are perfect. Yeah. It all boils down, I think, to draw, because I mean, you and I, prior to the show, we were discussing about Alex's article there about the balance, the unfair right now. But I think it's more like you can build any one of those style of timelines, and it could still not be the one it's supposed to, and succeed against the one. Right? It all
I think he mentioned that too. He even says, like, even if you're like a balancer built to take down the unfair decks, you still don't always win.
No,
right? The unfair deck can still beat the balancer, even though the balancers decide to take that down.
Yeah.
Just like a fair deck can beat an unfair deck, right? The way he was using his terminologies.
Yeah.
It's just, for me, it's deciding. It's just, I have to just make a decision.
Mm.
And that's the part where it's like, I have to make a decision. I would pay someone to just make the decision for me. That would be great. You tell me what to play. All right, tell me what to play.
Something worthwhile though. I mean,
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. Like, it's just one of those things. It's like the actual decision making part, having to actually decide what I'm going to play, is the part that I always conflict with myself over. Okay, well, is that really what I want to play? And my wife's like just play what you want to play. I was like, hey, no, exactly. I should, but I can't.
I think making the decision, well, for me anyway, it's being comfortable with it.
Yeah,
being comfortable with it, right? So, and it's like I know you and I, we do a lot of testing.
Yeah,
a lot of testing on the test.
I felt like
come up with a concept, right? Yeah. It's like, oh, well, what about this, right? And it's like you put it together, test, and I always say that all the time. Test it out. Let's see how it works, right? How does it play out, right? But it's not just, don't just test it once or twice,
right? Yeah,
and lose and then give up on it, right? Yeah. Like make slight changes to it here and there or whatever, adjust to it, and then go back to the arena, battle it out, see if it's improved or whatnot, right?
Yeah.
I think, how many games do you think before you give up on a timeline?
Before I give up? Oh, I give up pretty early sometimes. Before I'm actually happy with it, I need like a good 20 games easily to be like, this is good. Like, I'm happy with where this is. So, which is tough because I don't have time to do 20 games right now, right?
No. So
who does, right? It's finding that. So it's finding those decks that are like, okay, does this concept work? Okay, no, I like this aspect. Okay, does that aspect go into a deck that I already know really well? Mm-hmm. And then once I'm comfortable with that, kind of make those changes there. But knowing me, I'll probably fall back on something that I know, like you said, something that
you're comfortable and used to using. I know I've asked a couple of our other interviewees this question: new players versus old players. So, like, I mean,
there's some great new players.
We have some pretty amazing new players coming in. Do you think that the older players though are going to still dominate over top of newer players?
I would like to think so, because I'm probably in the older player category. So I would like to think that we haven't lost touch or haven't lost any ground. But there's some great players that have come in and we just just click with them, right?
Click the game.
And so there's potential. Like we were talking the other day, and I was like, it could be anybody's game. Like, I don't think there's any one person right now who has the best shot at winning it. There might be some champions that have really good shots, but like actual human player, I don't think there's one person who's like, they could do it. Hands down.
There's no way to really predict who's going to come up on top, except for me.
Yeah.
No, I doubt it. Yeah, you're laughing.
That's what.
No.
I mean, honestly, like, that's the confidence I wish I had. Like, I wish I could say, like, I'm going to be top 8, or I'm going to be, in the finals. But at this point, I just don't have that confidence. So.
You gotta have the confidence.
I know. It's easy to say.
It's easy to say. Actually feeling it is a different story. But I mean, you go in headstrong thinking, I'm just going to do my best, play my best, right?
Yeah.
Just stay focused on your game at all times, right?
Yeah.
Kind of thing. And watch your strategies. That's the best advice I can give, right? Kind of thing.
Yeah, it's pretty, that's
like they all
easier to say.
All of them go hand in hand with one another, right?
Yeah.
So I mean, it's like, your timeline's built nice and good, balanced, whatever, right? Just stay focused and just hope for that miracle draw right off the top.
Miracle draw.
I call it the miracle draw.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
So which champions are you going to predict for the tops?
Tops, I think. Honestly, I think it's a lot of Axon. Anyone in Axon.
Axon.
Yeah, I think Axon has been strong and hasn't really gotten any weaker. The other colors have gotten stronger. Like Thymos has gotten stronger, Bellum's gotten stronger, but they all still work with some of the best champions, which are Axon champions, right?
Axon. Yeah.
Nubias, Kuns, Katos. Yeah. Alta's done really well, and I'm not sure if you're watching that gauntlet that the Chrono Walkers put on.
No, I haven't seen that one.
Alta did a really great job in there, performing well. But yeah, I mean, you have some very powerful cards, right? I think a lot of people are predicting that we're looking at a Chrono Walkers and Snares and Ajna Tigers are going to be the big 3 cards.
Ben says he's going to make your deck.
Perfect.
He's going to make
awesome, Ben. Thank you.
all
I'll
5
just wait 9 hours for
No,
it.
that'd be Jeff.
No, Jeff's all 5 cheese.
Jeff, so that's what I said. It'd be all 5 cheese, but that would be Jeff.
I told Jeff just to run ESSA with cold shots, 50 cold shots with ESSA.
Yeah, we had talked about that. Me and Sid. It's like 50 card all called shot. That's a
Good work.
Good. I doubt it, but
Maybe that one matchup where you don't want the cold shot.
You're only playing 5.
Yeah, then your hands.
Well, you got 6, and then your hand's gone, right? So, and I mean, not all 6 are going to connect right off the bat.
No,
I don't think.
Yeah.
So
you'll be like empty-handed, right?
In top drawing, you're only drawing 1 next round, right?
And you know what it is.
And you know what it is.
And you look at the board, it's like, cold shot's not going to do this.
Yeah, exactly, right?
Whoops.
This ain't going to work, right? Don't recommend 50 call shots in time.
A nice, fun singleton experience. Just a single card each one. There you go.
Yeah.
Someday.
Could work. Someday. Never know. Yeah. So I think that's about it, really, as far as the champion. Now, I know you had brought something special tonight that you wanted to make me cry with this, according to you. But
I didn't want to make you cry. I asked if I could.
Well, make me jealous anyway. I know for sure it's going to. So for our viewers, Will and I have always been in competition, not only in the arena for Genesis, but as collectors as well. Like the ultimate collectors kind of thing. I think I'm still on top.
Oh, yeah.
But
by far.
Sorry, I gotta be proud about that.
Yeah,
however, so
you had a bit of time on it.
I did. Well, yeah, that's true too. I mean, that does have a little bit
of
an
upward
benefit,
battle.
Some of the stuff that I wasn't able to buy through distributors or anything. So like I've gone out of my way to collect like some really, really rare pieces for Genesis and whatnot. But
it's fun doing that.
It is a lot of fun.
When you know that they're actually the rarity that they are, right?
Yeah.
Sometimes I know right now there's a lot of discussion on how many cards are actually printed or how many secrets are there actually out there. You get to know
the print numbers, right?
Right.
Yeah,
the actual print numbers. And I know what I would say to those people is that the older print numbers were tracked. We know the
older ones were, yeah.
The newer print numbers, we don't know if they were tracked as much.
It's become a lot harder though, because now we have a lot of stores that are outside of Canada that are gotten their own store promos.
Yeah, those are tough.
And it's become a lot more difficult for us to actually obtain some of those, right? And I know you go out of your way by hunting them out online and talking to people and whatnot.
Yeah,
me, I'm more within the store itself.
Yeah.
Right? So, or either that, I go through you.
Yeah.
He helps me out a lot. So yeah.
All right.
So experience, yeah. So yeah. So you haven't even seen this yet. So before you even look at it, what do you think?
Well, in some context, I have talked to the person, and I confirmed that it was what they said it was. But this is going to be, or should be, in 2020, we started the circuit.
The circuit event.
We had one circuit at the beginning of the year at Forbes, and the second circuit was supposed to be at
Heather Tales, yes, but it got canceled because of COVID.
Yeah, COVID happened. Well, that was a long time ago.
It was.
So this is, if it is what it's supposed to be, it is going to be this promo that was auctioned off last year.
At the auction
last year, a promo Necrolich was auctioned off.
My card.
Yep, your card. And it had the O2 on it, was the rumor.
Okay.
Now, I'm not sure exactly what the actual auction itself said. I think it said Circuit Promo Necrolich. And I think some people maybe have thought
which
that,
I remembered and seeing it, and it's like, oh, I already got that.
Yeah.
So that's I didn't even bid on that
Yeah.
one because I thought it was the one I already had.
and I thought it was that one too.
Right.
And I saw the price. I was like, well, I'm not bidding that because I know I have a friend who might have that one, or
Yeah,
you know,
I have
was
several
there,
of
or
them.
several, right?
Yeah, because I not only placed in that tournament,
Yeah.
plus if you bought product or whatnot,
You
you
got
got
the-
one as well. So it's like,
So I had some of those ones. So I was like, okay, well, I'm just going to pass on this. Anyways, turns out then, you know, I was reading some stuff and going through some different Discords, and I saw someone who was saying, oh, I have this. And then I saw what they were saying. It said Circuit Promo 02. I was like, wait a second, we never did that.
we never did.
So I contacted them, and I was like, hey, can you send me, you know, is this the card you have? Does it actually say this on the bottom, right? They sent me a bunch of pictures. They confirmed it all. I sent them some money.
it is.
I sent them some money, but then I don't. Who knows? I didn't actually go over there and like pick up the card from them, right? So I'm still trusting that they're sending me this card.
Okay,
So
well, let's see it.
Necrolich
CO2. It does say it on there. Son of a bitch.
So it is an 02. Confirmed with going back what I could find from the auction.
Yeah.
Is that the auction did say, or at some point, I think they changed the auction, or some more information went to the actual buyer, and it said that there was 4 of these printed.
Only 4 in existence.
Yeah.
So it would have been, they would have been given to first, second, third, and fourth place if the circuit event that was supposed to be held here at Heads or Tails happened, right?
Yeah.
It's like,
There it is.
so it's a 1 of 4.
1 of 4, not stamped like the skies,
Right.
but if we're going by what we know about the print run, it is a 1 of 4. So, wow.
Yeah. You're gonna, dude. I'm not.
We're on stream. Everyone's watching.
I know everybody's watching, right? It's like, this is one card that I don't have. Card that I created that was supposed to be held here at my store. Circuit promo. But yeah. Wow. Yep. Jelly. Big, huge jelly right here. Huge jelly right here.
Right. Worked so hard to get to that.
Well, I mean, prior to the stream, you're showing me your pre-alpha bull shot, right? And it's like,
yeah.
But then I'm rubbing it in your face. I got the pre-alpha angel. That's also signed by.
Ones.
Yeah, exactly.
You got the Nubia that no one else has.
Yeah.
Like, we can go through a
the
whole
pre-alpha
Nubia.
Yeah, that artwork is, oh my god, gorgeous. Yeah. So I mean, I cannot, by all means, complain that I don't have it, right? I mean, it's like,
and I'm working this hard just to keep that
trying to get that.
There's one more card I have to try to hunt down before I can feel like I'm on as close as I can be, but I think that card's lost. It's the 4th dragon,
which I already got.
Oh, you have that one, yeah. That
The
one would make me
ultimate
feel like
art,
that one would maybe put me like real close. Sid's got one, Alex has got one, you've got one, and that 4th one is
who knows, right? So according to a Sid, from what he told me, I guess Rob had given it to his niece.
Right.
When he dropped Genesis and got rid of all his Genesis stuff, he had given that card to his niece. Whether,
that's the story I heard too, and that's where
if it's true or not, if she still has it, what's happened to that card. So I mean, could be a mystery forever, right?
Could be.
Unless somebody knows how to get in touch with her niece or his niece, right? And find out, or him.
A certain level of like, okay, I don't mind going one person removed, but then trying to go to the next person who's like, I have no connection to it whatsoever. It's like, it's starting to get a bit awkward.
Sitting there, right?
Hey, you got a dragon? You got that dragon card?
Got that dragon card.
So
remember when your dad was in Genesis, right? Or your uncle or whatever. Yeah,
person.
Or she starts getting like random emails, right? It's like,
So I pursued it for a bit and tried to make some connections, but. That's the story I heard too, that it had left his possession and then it's gone.
Well, I mean, like the earlier promos and stuff like that too. It's like a lot of them, being such low numbers, are extremely hard to track down. Right? It's still.
Hey, there's a Skycon Giant Scorpion. That auction.
At this year's auction,
yeah. So see with that one.
I don't need it.
I got one.
I got like 5.
That's crazy. You say you have like there's one out there, right? And people are gonna be bidding on this one.
Yeah.
And then like it's like, yeah, I got 5.
Yeah, I do literally.
I know.
So,
But that's just the way it was, right? And those. So
I have 5 left because I know we've given one away on show, right? So.
And I know I saw your post. You're going to give away a Sky.
Yes,
original Sky.
Yes. So at the championship for the Heads or Tails booth, we're going to be doing a raffle. So for every $25 you spend, you're going to get 3 tickets. But there's going to be 4 cups that you can put your tickets in the 4 items that you can choose from, right? So. I
think it's really cool.
Yeah. So one being the SkyCon Full Art Tsunami. This very rare. The Ragnarok Full Art Meteorite.
That's an awesome card.
Right?
With the dice.
Yeah. Yep. Then there's the option of, I think it's number 11.
Yes.
I believe.
11
I think it's number 11. Yeah, I know. It took a while. I was sitting on the fence about that one. And it's like, do I really want to give up one of these?
Hey.
But I'm looking at, it's like, well, I got 1, 2, 3. Yeah, well, not 12, but I mean, I do have a considerable amount. Plus, my mom's got some as well, right? Yeah. So on top of it, and it's like, you know what? Why not, right? It's nice to be able to give a piece back or of Genesis history back to the community, right? For people that haven't had the opportunity, and then. The very last one, which I think is the one that's going to be the most appeal. Well, the Sky is appealing on its own, but it's the Alpha Bullshot, right? Which is an iconic card, very personal to me as well, too, because of the very first championship and winning with that card, right? So, so they'll be able to choose, which ones they want to try for. You don't have
try
to
for all 4.
Yeah, and I think it's like because I had talked to a Sid, and I know he's not a big fan of raffles and stuff like that, which I made it so. You get the tickets for free if you make a purchase, right? So you're getting something, and then you're getting some free tickets that you have a chance of winning something really big, right? So for Genesis, so I thought it was really awesome for the championship. So
it's going to be exciting.
It's going to be very, very exciting. Looking forward to seeing how many people are actually going to cosplay for this. I had considered it. I'm still sitting on the fence whether or not I'm going to do it, but. To sit there and play all day in a costume and be uncomfortable. I mean, it's
unless you're long, just like a sash, and you're just nice and airy.
No,
long would just be like
long.
Long is just like it's a single piece of cloth, right? You're just like
no, 12 hours worth of makeup to get those scales on my body would be.
Is that the level of detail you're expecting?
That's the level of detail I would go into. Honestly, sure.
This is why I would give up.
I mean, when I did Shun for the live stream, I cheesed out on it so bad, right? And it's just like going back and watching the video, and it's like, oh my god, that looks horrible. It's just like so. Yeah. But yeah, I'm excited. I want to see some costumes, some awesome stuff, and that whatnot. But anyway, think you're gonna take first?
Oh,
what are you bringing? You don't have to answer it. A deck. I think we've kind of. I've been asking everybody. It's like, which team? You don't have to answer it, but I know at this point it's
I do know that it will have chaos in it.
Chaos. Yeah. Bellum.
I know. Bellum chaos, Thymos chaos, Axel chaos, not Phage chaos.
There's a good point of view, and we've talked about it before, kind of thing. Phage, right? Yeah. Like, is Phage any of the champions with Phage? Are they going to be strong enough?
Well, we saw an Iblis.
Smaller.
We saw an Iblis last weekend coming fourth,
fourth, right? But
I think Phage will be there. I think Phage will definitely play some cards and definitely win some games and also cause some upsets. I don't think a Phage deck will take it all. But I think a Phage deck will make it hard to get to the top 8.
Yeah, I agree. I don't think there's enough card pool for Phage just yet.
There's some really annoying cards, though.
Yeah.
Really annoying cards that can do a lot of stuff to a lot of the top decks. Like, they definitely use Phage to sort of bring some, key counter pieces to, say something with a lot of health, right? Like a Millipede draining the health down, or Electric Storm as an option to take out Aerial. Spore Cloud, making things all like they can't do damage.
Yeah.
Right. A lot of decks win by dealing damage. Right.
Well, that's the key
All of
thing,
them,
right?
That's the key thing.
Yeah. You got to
So,
do damage.
Yeah, I think we're gonna see. I predict we're gonna see a lot of long matches, a lot of close games, and maybe some deck outs and maybe some like tie games where people tie.
Yeah. A lot of draws.
Maybe. So that's going to be interesting because are you out if you have a draw? Or are you still sort of in it? Like, what does the draw really do in the end of? It's like, how does it actually pan out for you? Two players are drawing, so you're both equal now, but you're not losing, you're not winning, so you're sort of in this middle tier. But depending, like, it can
transition. It can shift.
Right.
Seriousness of the game, though.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, you were at the first championship with me, the second championship, the seriousness level, right? And the level of competitiveness. Do you think people are going to take this way more serious this year compared to the other years?
For sure. Yeah. That's why I'm taking me so long to decide. Because I know there's a lot of people who are bringing in very competitive decks and they've been playing them for a while.
Well, it's not just that. It's like the rulings of how the game is to like I know thinking back to some of the mistakes that we made during gameplay and stuff like that at the first championship and even last year, it seemed like more relaxed, right?
I think
not a lot of judge calls or
there'll be less people that personally.
Yes.
There'll be more people that are just strict competitors, so there will be more judge calls.
Yeah.
Because there won't be that rapport or that relationship or that acquaintance, right?
Right.
I mean, if you're down at the table and you guys are both doing and you guys both agree, then you just keep moving forward,
going,
right?
Yeah.
But if I don't know you and I'm looking at your play as being disadvantaging to me, then I'm going to call the judge.
Yeah.
Work it out, and hopefully we'll see what the judge says, right?
Yeah.
The third party is always the best way because then you're not sitting there being like, oh, well, I should have called, or he won that because I didn't call the judge, and they're not thinking, oh, yes, I beat them because I cheated or whatever.
Right.
Because we don't. A lot of stuff in Genesis is tricky when you get into a lot of
larger stacks
or Chrono Walkers mess up a lot of things. So especially when multiple Chrono Walkers are being played. So.
Hey, Jason, thanks for joining us. A little late, but
he's just getting doing sleep.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. I think Ben's he says he's going to make you a satyr.
Oh, is he making me a satyr?
I don't know. That's could be.
Or maybe he's trying to guess what I was going to play.
Maybe.
We'll see. But yeah, we'll see.
You did make a pretty powerful satyr deck, though. I'll admit that. Worked really well.
I do know some people who are copying it and planning on playing it. So
everybody's copying his decks. Yeah, we'll see. See what happens.
Yeah.
Right? Anyway.
Yeah, I know. Like people are like excited about building their decks, but I also have the benefit of losing to my own deck or a deck that I have inspired because someone else playing it, right, and beating me with it is like, well, damn, I guess I should have played that one.
Yeah. I know a lot of the original timelines. Oh, Carl's on. Nice. Will is going to surprise everyone with a killer Erica deck. Oh, they're predicting you with Erica.
He's in my head.
Right?
Wow. It's crazy.
Erica? Oh.
The guy.
No,
what are you doing on the stream, Carl? Go away.
Why, did he guess it?
No, I don't know. Honestly, I haven't decided yet.
I don't.
Erica was in the mix.
Erica's in the mix.
That's not a chaos deck, though.
No energy reduction. The 150 aura is definitely appealing, but that life is not to par, I think.
Yeah.
For a competitive champion.
And that's where, and I agree 100%. But then I look at what a lot of people are playing. And Kato, Nubia, Kareen, Tashir, it's only 3-4 more health.
Yeah.
At that point.
We
don't see the Maliks. We don't see the Longs. We haven't seen Kuhn in a while. Now, Kuhn, that could really mess up with Erica real bad, right?
Yeah.
But, yeah, everyone's health is hovering around 20. So 18 is not that far from 20.
No, it's not. I mean, like Nubia being one of the top champions that's looked at as well, only 20 health, right? But on the flip side, she shares the Bellum affiliation with Life Gain, right? Yeah. So there is potential, right?
There is potential.
It's like, are you going to outweigh?
We can both run bolt shots. We know bolt shots going to be heavily played. So.
Yeah. Who knows? Who knows? Well, we're going to find out in a day and a wake up from now. So if you want to get more involved with the upcoming Day of Beckoning happening this weekend in Toronto, check out www.genesisbattleofchampions.com. Don't worry, Will doesn't have COVID, so
coughing. Kids are coughing. Everyone's coughing.
Everybody's coughing. I know Ruben told me that his kids were sick too. So for tomorrow, he's delaying his interview with us tomorrow.
Okay.
He'll be out.
Yeah.
Looking forward to it. So yeah, we're all super scared. We're all super excited and super happy that this is actually going to be occurring this weekend. Be sure to like and subscribe to our channel. We really appreciate it. And extra special thank you to Jeff Pizzito for giving us the Chibi Arts for all of our special guests.
He's not even here.
What's that? He was earlier. He was on the chat with Mackenzie and Colin. He was commenting about how he just grabs cards, builds it.
Right. I remember that. Yeah.
And prays that it's 250 chi, right? So
there you go.
I hope he does that for the championship. He registers his deck, and it's like, Jeff, you got
2 of these
600 chi, right?
It's not 250.
It's like, yeah, that'd be hilarious. But anyway, so hopefully we can get all together this upcoming weekend and get to meet all these wonderful people that are participating in our chat. We really appreciate your support. We hit 251.
That's amazing.
We hit 251. Yeah, we surpassed the 250. As I said on a previous show, we're going to be doing our special giveaway show for reaching that 250 subscriber mark. Thank you so much. We really, really appreciate it. Get involved with Genesis. I highly recommend it. This guy highly recommends it for the game. Play the game. It is absolutely amazing and so much fun. My number one TCG to go to for sure, 100%. Even on as a collector as well, absolutely amazing. And this guy can vouch for it 100%. So I want to say thank you so much, Will, for joining us tonight and having this chat. Really appreciate it. And I'll see you in the arena. This upcoming weekend.
No, Saturday.
First round.
Day one.
All right. Just like what happened to Ian and Sid last year, right? It's like very first round, boom, those two had to face each other. So we didn't get to face each other at all.
No, we were
last year.
Yeah.
So it was a little disappointing. We didn't face each other in the first one either.
Nope. We haven't faced each other yet.
Maybe we have not faced each other in a championship.
This could be the year.
So it's going to be you and me.
Game one.
No. Last game.
Last game.
Day two.
Game
top
one.
Two.
Game one the first day. Game
third,
one the first day.
Third and fourth. The end saying third and fourth.
Game one the first day. Last game day 2.
Oh.
There we go.
Maybe.
You can have one loss. I think there's enough players who can have one loss.
That's what I said. Lost the first game, losing it.
Yeah, because Sid did lose to you, right?
Yeah,
and then he still took it all the way, the rest of the way. So yeah, who knows? We never know what's going to happen. But anyway, behalf of One Side of the Coin, Steve the Gamer, Will Kemp for joining me tonight. Really appreciate it. We will see you later on. We're going to be hopping back on in a little bit. We're going to take a bit of a break, and we're going to be doing a opening. Jeff Pizzito's Patreon has arrived, so Mac Attack's going to join me, and we're going to tear into that in just a little bit. So for now, we'll see you later next time on One Side of the Coin. Thanks for watching.